Too close to another tree, too close to another tree, too close to another tree. But we can get one in there, right? Now what we do is we take... Welcome back to episode 8, everyone, and it's so lovely in this game. You get these opportunities like this. There's just this intersection that I've stumbled across here. Cart going past there. This is near the farms at the back of our fledgling little town. Looking out towards I'm sort of currently camera sort of hanging out over one of the farm fields, and we're kind of looking over toward the production area, and there's these trees in the way, and I think that over the next few episodes these trees are going to be cleared to a certain extent. Maybe some forestry, more formal forestry area will remain. But for now, there's this very interesting patchwork of paths that people have created across the ground here. So what I'd like to do this episode is spend a lot of time doing a little bit of trimming. I've noticed a couple of things, like for example, over here, along this path over here, there's actually quite a lot of space along here where these trees are, so people kind of take a little bit of a shortcut, and I originally intended this to sort of be a row of trees that would kind of form the barrier edge here. So what I think that I want to do is I want to try and see if I can, not that fence, not that fence either. Maybe it's this fence. Nope. Maybe it's this fence. Is that? Yep, that looks close. So maybe take the fence sort of there, if you will, and then along, sort of here, cutting it down, I suppose, creating a bit of a barrier here, a bit of a barrier. A bit more of a barrier, I suppose. A demarcated barrier. I suppose I kind of like the idea of functional and beautiful cities. And I think that what that's going to do is I'm going to actually, along here, I'm going to start to place some benches. Quite like the benches. I quite like the idea of giving everyone a spot to sit down along here. So let's see how far back we can get these benches. That looks good. I think I want to put another one over here. Yeah, looks good. And perhaps another one over here. Yeah, looks good, I think. So that kind of, kind of makes that nice little sort of demarcation area between the houses here and the fields. And we have more houses going up along this side as well, and I'd like to actually spend a little bit more time this episode doing exactly what I did back there, kind of looking for small opportunities along here where we can kind of beautify things, if you will. So I think here's another opportunity to throw down a couple of benches. So let's put down a bench here. I want to put down a bench over there. Let's put down a bench over there as well. And I actually think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cottonwood tree and I'm going to hoy a cottonwood tree up here. I think that's going to look kind of cool. That's going to look interesting. Sort of random spot over there with a cottonwood tree and some benches. I think that's also, while that house goes up there, I was also taking a look at this along here, and I was thinking that this looks a bit square, and I kind of like the way that people naturally sort of did this thing here. So how about we do this, and we take this down, and we see if we can maybe do something a bit more irregular, like that perhaps. And then let's actually get one of these arches, a small arch, I think. Is this a small arch? Yes, it's a small arch. Small arch up in here, small arch. Let's get the small arch there. And then what we can do is we can logically tie that fence up there, which looks good, doesn't it? Yep. That looks a bit more sort of natural along the fence line here. A little bit more reason why there's a kind of little bit of a bunch of graves there. Let's put a couple of dog rose bushes along the side of the church here, and maybe an ash tree out front. I think an ash tree over there is pretty cool. And how about we go as far as putting a bench over there? I think that looks good. Good. Yep, there you go. That makes a nice little little area here on the side. A couple of bushes along the edge here as well. People kind of walk along there. Yeah, and up into the chapel. Is this a chapel? Yep, a chapel. Chapel. Last is for their religious needs. One chapel is quite go beyond 100 citizens, so that's good to know actually. So we've covered that base. Right. So then I was thinking about what we can do sort of along this area here, where we've put a couple of benches already, but you know there's a couple of open areas. I was thinking that what we should actually do is we should sink a well down here, so that everyone, I think a well over here kind of looks good, don't you? Where's the entrance? Let's do it this way around. I think a well over here looks kind of good, and it'll help service these houses along the edge. Yep, a well. And since we've sunk a well, and there's a group of people who are going to be building this whatchamacallit, a new fishing dock over here. We are going to look at building a platform. That's the word I was looking for. Now I think platforms are only here for industry to use, and I'm not sure what industry uses them, but I think I'd like to place one down anyway. And I think that what I was looking to do was to kind of place one down here on the corner somewhere. Over here, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do with the rest of the area here. Maybe a little park area or something along those lines. Not quite sure yet, but I was thinking maybe a platform over there, right down towards the end. Not an urgent thing to build. Maybe we'll knock it back as we decide what to build, but I think a platform out there might be kind of nice. So I've got an interesting conundrum here, because we have this this over here, and I'm thinking I might actually swing this around and build another well over here, complete that fence off, so that we can actually create a bit of a path around here, because I've realized we've kind of blocked ourselves off here from further expansion down there. So actually, let's do that. Let's demolish that. And let's build another well. Let's swing it all the way around, and let's put it down right next to the field over here. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to move that one sort of all the way up the build queue, so it is high up on the list, as is this. It's in the queue to do next. So demolish, build a new well. That is the order of things in which I would like it to be done. Right, so that's kind of started to sort of develop a few things here. We can see this house is going up. Quite happy about that actually. And that's going to create that line down there. Sort of that will take us sort of down to the dock, and hopefully a bridge eventually across here. So I think, considering that this is the town center, I think what we should do is we should continue this fencing along here. I'd like to continue that fencing to sort of, perhaps, you know what? Because this is the town fence hall, I would actually like people to kind of walk around here quite a lot. So let's do this. A small arch. I got an idea to make this look really beautiful, and this is really the beautification episode now. So let's put a small arch over here, so there's an entranceway along there, if you will, and then a fence like this. Right, now the question is, when we put the big arch over here, where I know everyone knew I was going to do this, we put the big arch out the front. big arch. Yes. Right, big arch. There's the big arch. And then we sort of thumb it up over here. And that is the edge of that complete. Now, we wanted to do a small arch over here. A small arch, I think. I'm going to do a small arch over this side. You don't want it to look too uniform. Small arch, right? And let's get this fence over here like this. And what we're going to do with this one is we're going to... Ooh, wrong fence. We want to keep this looking at least a little bit cool. What we're going to do is we're going to... Ooh, maybe we should do this direction first. Let's do that direction first. Just a little bit. See if we can get it. Yeah. How about there and to there? Hey? How does that look? Not too uniform, pretty cool, eh? Pretty cool. We're starting to make like a real sort of junction here. So you have sort of our main kind of little market area here leading directly out into what is the town hall center here with a little bit of a main thoroughfare. And I think this here we shall actually do this. I'm kind of keen to do this actually. So let's do a tree. I want to do a sort of a tree over there. And let's try and see how close we can get that. Too close to another tree, too close to another tree. There. And let's see if we can get a pine. Too close to another tree, too close to another tree, too close to another tree, too close to another tree. But we can get one in there, right? Now what we do is we take these good old dog road bushes, which we can sort of flop around like this. I know this looks oddly messy for now, but you'll see where I'm gunning. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get a fence like this, and we are going to draw a little square around it. A little square around it. Hey, how's that, eh? As a kind of little sort of, I don't know, how do you call it? I don't know what to call this actually. A sort of, let's leave that open so that someone can come and a kind of little, I don't know, mid-area, tree area feature in the middle of town here on this corner. This is kind of this junction here. And obviously what we're going to do is we're going to slam we're going to eventually have a couple of benches along the sides here and stuff. And we're going to leave this area open, big open area here. As we come down through town. But I do think that actually there should be more houses over here. I'm not sure if we're going to have a house over here, but maybe a house over here. Let's actually have a look. Does that work? A house over here? Let's see if this actually works. A house, does that house... Perhaps, yes, no, I don't know. I actually think that we want to keep this kind of clear actually. Because this is a big entrance over here. We want to keep this kind of clear, I think. I think that might be another bridge. This might be another candidate for another bridge to go across here eventually. So I want to keep that kind of open. The main sort of thoroughfare here. As is that area over here. So let's pay some attention now to the docks down here. It looks like they've removed this. Have they removed it? No, or not yet. I'm very keen to see these windmills go up as well. We're going very slowly today. I hope everyone's enjoying this. Please leave a comment if you are not enjoying us playing around with the decorations like this. And we shall seek to do this in another way in the future. But I think that these benches, let's mix it up. These benches for out here. So let's put a bench down there. Let's put a bench over there. It's always kind of nice to have these benches along the waterfront here for people to kind of have a nice sit down on, be able to take a rest, you know. I think that's good. Yep, that's good. A couple of benches out the front. And let's have a look at some trees. How about we do a couple of these along the front out here. 1, 2, 3. And let's see if we can get an ash tree in as well. Really get some tree lines along the front here and make it pretty bushy. I think we're going to make this one distinctly different to the others. So a couple of dog rose bushes here and there. Make it a bit more wild. Yeah. I think that's kind of cool. That'll grow up and look distinctly different to everything else. So we've got a line of trees down here on that kind of marshy bank. A quiet part of town. I think these are the rich houses I envision. This is looking really good here with this house going up here. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for straw. How's our straw production not going as fast as we want it to go? Let's just try and speed up time here. Get things going a little bit more, because I think that we really need to get cracking here. Waiting 120 straw. Is there more straw coming? I think we might have shifted too much of our straw into our trading post stock here, which is very interesting. Ooh, a messenger is visiting. Let's have a look at what they want. Do they want? Can we do any of these? How much do we have? We have sunflowers. We've got 5,000 from sunflower oil, and they want to do 3,000. We are definitely going to sell them that. Deal sold. Right. Cool. Let's continue playing. And let's have a look at the world map. Yep, there come the carts to come and collect the sunflower. And we shall earn some more money. I am ecstatic about that. Very, very ecstatic. I think that we shall be very happy with that. Right, so this is going up here. Let's actually hire another builder. How many people are looking for work? There's 10 men looking for work. So we can actually do that. More workers. This is good news. More workers. This is wonderful, actually. Okay, that's been taken down. So now they are putting up the new well, which I'm not upset about either. Let's have a look. How many? Let's try and get 2 people working for there and 2 people working in the carpentry. And let's get at least 3 people onto forestry, shall we? Yeah. And I think that we shall have to look at building some more carts soon. What else can we sell in here that we have in stock soon? Oh, we got buckwheat, don't we, over here? Let's have a look. What if we sunflower oil, sunflowers? Yep, thatch wood, metal parts, logs. Ah, that's very cool, isn't it? That we've got all of the stuff, but what we really need is we need more buckwheat and we need more kind of variety here. But it looks like we're going to December and the first snows have fallen, which is wonderful. First snows are falling on the town for the winter has come. And that means that we are very soon going to be moving into the next season. I think this is our 2 years since the settlement has started, and we're looking very good. And you can see the workers coming here to drop the goods off for the remaining house that we are building here in town. Which I hope to actually... Yeah, we're going to have that up, and then they're going to move on to... I think they're going to move on to... Let's hire another worker. It's always good to have 6 workers. Then they're going to move on from there to building a dock, which is going to be very useful because that means more boats, more fishermen for next season, which I'm very happy about. I'm actually very impressed with this little town. It really has gotten off to a very good start. It's looking stunning, I must say. It's got this lovely boulevard along here. Trees are popping up everywhere. We've got oil production going. We've got seasonal hiring is a thing, which is always good to know, you know. That's why we wanted to get more houses up. Do we have, there's no housing available, but there are definitely, are there people looking for jobs? Yes, there's still people looking for jobs. Good. That means that when the season comes, people will be able to go work. Let's have a look. Do we need 4? We just need 5, don't we? Let's fire that person. We just need 5 people building, I think. And this house shall go up. Yep. There you go. That is the last house in this row up. Also, not a bad spot, actually, this house. Not a bad spot. Whoever moves into there, not a bad spot. Oh, there's already a family available. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay. So I think that was a family who took that spot just because there are families growing up in the village, and there are now people who are old enough to move on. So let's actually hire out a full complement of, or almost a full complement of builders while winter's here, and try and see if we can get this building up and running as quickly as possible. So, what does everyone think? Please let me know in the comments. I'd really like to know what you think of our layout so far, and where you think we should be expanding. I think that we should be looking to go this away, as well as this away. I think this here is the boundary line of where we can go. So I'd kind of like to try and kind of do something over here, kind of round it off on the edge, you know what I mean? I'm not quite sure what, and then concentrate on sort of expanding that way, the majority of the town, I think. Kind of summed up here in the corner, if that makes sense, of the map. Kind of want to see how much we can get out here. I think that the areas out here, for example, are going to be more sort of permanent logging areas as our natural logging takes its course. You know, we will see what happens. A couple of pine trees still standing over here, which is good. But yes, we're up, and I think that we've made more money. Yes, look at that. We have traded started trading some of the sunflower oil, 2,000 of 3,000 so far, and our cash stockpiles are really going up, which is very exciting. And it looks like we have another fishing dock as well being constructed. So it looks like when summer comes, we shall be in a really good position to move forward to the next step. We've got a variety of food coming. I do actually think that food is probably going to be where we need to focus on next, I think. So perhaps another couple of farms. I'm thinking that maybe what we do is we do a farmland out the back corner. Fill out this corner of the map here with some farm area. I think that might be quite nice. Really make use of this sort of little split here before we start expanding into the wider yonder. Really make sure that it's nice to have another. It's really nice actually to have another dock up here, another fishing dock. Because by the time the summer comes, we're gonna want this. Let's actually hire this. We're gonna enable seasonal hiring on this. So January, February, and December, we do not want to be employing people. January, February, December, by all. I think we might have to change that. It might be all the way to March. I'm not actually sure when spring hits and we can start fishing. But November is certainly the latest we can kind of go with the fishing, I think. But also let's order some boats. But there's no boatyard worker to build because obviously he's also off on leave. So let's wait till that's kind of been hired out before we start employing people there. Be smart about it. Look at this. This is let's actually throw that up as well in the queue. Get that going after we've got this up. But let's look at this. This is our first windmill. This is fantastic. I haven't seen this one before. So they've done the first foundation, which looks like a stone foundation, and then another wood layer. Ooh, look at that. Wonderful. Okay, so wood box. Get it, get it, get it. Now, do we come up? Yep, there comes up the... here comes the actual... This is cool. This is awesome. We have our first windmill coming into action here, everyone. Which is greatly gonna be an exciting addition to this village, a really exciting addition. I think everyone's gonna see that and they're gonna be like, oh, bread. Oh, bread. Yes, drop off the remaining items. Let's see what else we need here. Nails. Yeah, we're almost done. I think there's some thatch. Yep, thatch that we need to do to finish off the top. Oh, I really love seeing the heat from the fires inside slowly melt the snow on the edge of the thatch, and these trees growing up around here are really also giving everything a really great look and feel. Almost done here, it seems. That's the windmill portion up and running. I think this is the thatch, and that's it. Look at that. Look at that. A windmill. Okay, we'll come back to the windmill just now. We'll come back to the windmill. And hire people to run the windmill. Are you running out of... Yes, okay. Alright. Is that because there's no oil? Sunflower oil, yes. Okay, that's because we put too much sunflower oil there. Alright. Okay, I get it. Okay. So we're going to have to start to play with our balance of resources here and make sure that everyone has sunflower oil. What is on our crop rotation for the next season? We've got buckwheat and buckwheat. Buckwheat. So we just got a lot of buckwheat this next season, actually. Yeah, we got a lot of buckwheat. And that's about it. So, actually, yeah, buckwheat. And for you, we actually don't want to hire anyone in the oil workshop because there's not much to be doing, except there is 500 sunflowers, so maybe you can make some sunflower oil. Perhaps let's lower this to 2,000 for this season, so that we can get a bit of sunflower oil into the system for the general population to be consuming here. There's no sunflower oil. This is our treasury. Yes, there's no sunflower oil in there for people to eat, which is disappointing. And here we have still ordered some fishing boats. That's cool. What's going on now? Oh, we're building the next windmill and then a platform. Alright, so I think what we kind of need to do is we kind of need to start making a list of things to do. I think this episode was really kind of letting things play out and establish. So I think the really big things to do are to get another set of fields up and running here, I feel. So next episode, I think we shall place a farm. In fact, let's do that now. Let's place at least the farm building itself. And swing him around like that. I think that could be quite cool. A farm building over there. Yeah, farm building over there. Let's do the farm building like that. So yeah, let's get a farm building up and running. And then next episode we can start plotting out some fields on this side of the world, I think, which is a good idea. I think we want to expand our charcoal making enterprises because that is clearly a very profitable thing to be selling within our trade center, which will help us with our cash flow. And I think that we shall look at building a couple more cart parking lots, maybe one around here and one back here, and that'll start filling out this area, and I think will help start plotting a more permanent forestry area for this good old forestry building to be working off for the time being. There will be more forestry buildings, I think. And it's also nice to see our dockyards, our river frontage area developing along here. Yeah, more boats, more food, more fishing soon. We have 2 windmills, so as soon as we come to the point where we have wheat coming out of the farms, we shall have bread, but buckwheat first. I think you can just do wheat with I can't think you can mill buckwheat. I think it's just the wheat. But yeah, we really do need this because we do not have the food variety that is required by any stretch of the imagination. Sunflower oil is needed. Yep, and I think we need to build some storage for food as well, which we will do. Alright, so that's been the episode, everyone. I think yeah, it's looking good, I think. Let me know what you think in the comments. There's a farm coming out here at the back, being built out here at the back, and it feels like a very good way to end the episode, with the construction of a last farm here in early February, just before we go into summer. Maybe what we can do is we can actually plot out the fields just before summer starts, and maybe get some of those actually planted in this next season. That would be great. Let's see if we can do that in the next episode. Thank you for joining me. Leave a comment, like, subscribe, you know the drill, and I'll see you tomorrow. Signing out.